The Gamelatron is a robotized version of Indonesian gamelan. So I take traditional Indonesian gamelan instruments, I retrofit them with mechanical mallets, and I build these sculptures that hold them. And then I write compositions for them that get fed to a network that turns those compositions into little electrical pulses that go out to these robotic mallets and create kind of a ghostly musical automaton. Gamelan is kind of a blanket word for orchestra of instruments that are struck with a hammer usually. And so, like an orchestra, they can play many different roles. A Gamelatron is different from, let's say, a sound system, which can just play back any music you write. I have to write compositions for these specific instruments. One, because they're in a tuning that's unique to each set, meaning Gamelatron A and Gamelatron B, there's no reason to think they'd be in the same scale, nor is there any reason to think that they would have the same instrumentation. So I have to write compositions that fit these instruments. Plus, I'm always laying out the instruments in different ways. Sometimes I have huge installations where the acoustics of the space becomes part of the instrument. And so I have to write compositions that adapt and respond to the environment that they're in. And so it's kind of the Tibetan sand painting of it all. Once that installation comes down, those songs might never be used again. They're written just for that space. But that's also part of the fun and the uniqueness, is that I'm able to respond to the environment that people are in and have a greater depth of experience because of it. Depending on the size and the scope of a Gamelatron, it can take me anywhere from a couple weeks to several months, or I've worked on some pieces for more than a year, depending on how massive they are. And they range really from 4 or 5 gongs to, the biggest one I made I think has 108 gongs in it, and they're all networked together. There's several in private institutions, things like that. Right now I have 2 pieces at the Venice Biennial. I also like to do urban sanctuaries. So I take spaces that aren't traditionally for art or sanctuary, like a garage in the middle of Brooklyn, and I turn them into a place where people can have a respite, where I create a cozy environment. I kind of saturate people or envelop them with gongs and sounds around them, and then they can come and take a relaxation from their day.